Have you ever thought about the incredible creatures that walked, flew, or swam on our planet long before humans took over? Animals so extraordinary, they seem almost mythical now. Today, we're diving deep into the past to explore the stories of 5 fascinating extinct animals. These creatures weren't just unique, they were wonders of evolution, each playing an essential role in their ecosystems. From the icy tundras of Siberia to the oceans of prehistory, we'll uncover their stories, why they vanished, and what makes them unforgettable. Stay with us, because the final animal on this list might just leave you speechless. Let's begin our journey with one of the most iconic creatures of the Ice Age, the woolly mammoth. Towering over most modern-day elephants, these shaggy giants were perfectly adapted to survive some of the harshest climates Earth has ever seen. Covered in thick fur, with a layer of fat up to 3 inches thick, the woolly mammoth was a marvel of natural engineering. These animals weren't just massive, they were built for endurance, braving freezing temperatures as low as -50 degrees Celsius. These majestic creatures could weigh up to 6 tons and grow up to 13 feet tall. But perhaps the most striking feature of the woolly mammoth was its massive, curved tusks, which could extend up to 15 feet. These tusks weren't just for show, they were tools. Mammoths used them to dig through deep snow to find grass and shrubs buried beneath, as well as for defense against predators like saber-toothed cats. Despite their size and strength, woolly mammoths weren't invincible. They began their decline around 10,000 years ago, likely due to a combination of climate change, habitat loss, and overhunting by humans. Small populations managed to survive on Wrangel Island until as recently as 2000 BC, around the same time humans were building the pyramids in Egypt. Imagine a creature from the Ice Age living alongside one of the most advanced civilizations of the ancient world. Ultimately, their isolation couldn't save them, and they faded into history. The woolly mammoth's extinction serves as a reminder of how even the mightiest creatures can fall when their environment changes too quickly. Now, let's dive into the ancient oceans to meet a predator so massive and fearsome, it makes modern sharks look like minnows. Meet Megalodon, the largest shark to ever exist. Roaming the oceans from 23 to 3.6 million years ago, this prehistoric giant was the apex predator of its time. Measuring over 50 feet long, some estimates suggest up to 60 feet, Megalodon was truly a monster of the deep. Its name, which means big tooth, is no exaggeration. Megalodon's teeth were massive, some reaching up to 7 inches in length. These serrated teeth were perfect for slicing through the flesh of its prey, which included whales, dolphins, and even other sharks. Imagine a jaw so wide that it could swallow 2 humans standing side by side and still have room for more. Its bite force was unparalleled, capable of crushing bones and even breaking the thick skulls of its prey. Megalodon was more than just a hunter, it was an ecosystem engineer. By preying on large marine animals, it kept populations in check, ensuring balance in the food chain. But even this oceanic giant wasn't immune to extinction. Around 3.6 million years ago, as the planet cooled and ice caps expanded, ocean temperatures dropped. Megalodon's prey began to disappear, and competition from smaller, more agile predators like the great white shark further sealed its fate. Today, all that remains of Megalodon are its teeth and a few fossilized vertebrae. But its legacy lives on as one of the most awe-inspiring predators to ever rule the oceans. Next, let's talk about a bird that has become the ultimate symbol of extinction, the dodo. Found only on the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean, the dodo was a flightless bird that lived in a true paradise. With no natural predators, This 3-foot-tall bird thrived in isolation, waddling peacefully through the lush forests and feasting on fruits, seeds, and nuts. Weighing around 30 pounds, the dodo was perfectly adapted to its predator-free environment until humans arrived. When Dutch sailors first discovered Mauritius in the late 1500s, they brought with them more than just curiosity. They also introduced invasive species like rats, pigs, and monkeys, which quickly began devouring dodo eggs. The dodo's trusting nature and lack of fear made it easy prey, and it wasn't long before the birds were hunted to extinction. By 1680, less than 100 years after its discovery, the dodo was gone forever. But the dodo wasn't just a victim of overhunting. Its story is also one of ecological collapse. The lush paradise it called home was destroyed as humans cleared forests and introduced animals that disrupted the delicate balance of the island's ecosystem. Today, the dodo stands as a stark reminder of how quickly human activity can lead to the loss of an entire species. Interestingly, recent studies have revealed that the dodo wasn't the clumsy, unintelligent bird it's often portrayed as. In fact, it was likely well suited to its environment, with a keen sense of smell and strong legs for foraging. The real tragedy of the dodo's extinction lies in how unprepared it was for the sudden arrival of humans and their destructive habits. From the depths of the ocean, we now soar high into the skies of prehistoric New Zealand to meet Haas eagle, the largest eagle ever known. This incredible bird of prey had a wingspan of nearly 10 feet and talons as large as a tiger's claws. Unlike today's eagles, Haas eagle wasn't just a hunter, it was an apex predator, capable of taking down prey much larger than itself. Its primary target, the moa, a flightless bird that could weigh up to 500 pounds. Using its incredible speed, Haas eagle would swoop down at 50 miles per hour, striking its prey with enough force to break bones. Its sharp talons would sink deep into the moa's flesh, ensuring a swift and lethal kill. This eagle was so powerful that some researchers believe it could have posed a threat to humans, and it's even mentioned in Maori legends as the pauakai, a giant bird capable of carrying off children. Sadly, Haas eagle vanished around 1400 AD, shortly after the arrival of humans in New Zealand. As humans hunted the moa to extinction, Haas eagle lost its primary food source and was unable to adapt. Its disappearance marked the end of an era for New Zealand's unique megafauna. Finally, we turn to the ancient forests of South America to meet Megatherium, the giant ground sloth. This colossal herbivore was one of the largest land mammals of its time, growing up to 20 feet long and weighing over 4 tons. Unlike the slow-moving sloths we know today, Megatherium was a powerful ground dweller with massive claws and a muscular frame. Megatherium was a peaceful giant, feeding primarily on leaves, fruits, and branches. Its long claws, while intimidating, were primarily used to pull down trees and strip them of foliage. However, if threatened, this giant could use its claws as formidable weapons, capable of fending off predators like saber-toothed cats. Fossil evidence suggests that early humans may have hunted the giant ground sloth, as spear marks have been found on its bones. Combined with climate change at the end of the Ice Age, this led to its extinction around 10,000 years ago. Today, Megatherium stands as a reminder of the incredible diversity of life that once existed in the Americas and the fragility of even the most massive creatures. These incredible animals may be gone, but their stories remind us of the beauty and fragility of life on Earth. From the towering woolly mammoth to the fearsome Megalodon, each of these creatures played a vital role in their ecosystems before disappearing forever. Their extinction serves as a warning and an inspiration to protect the life that remains. Which of these extinct animals amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible journeys through time.